Ever felt like you're working hard but no one notices? Or maybe you're doing best but your manager seems totally okay with ignoring you. Or maybe you've noticed your boss isn't assigning any new projects. One by one, your responsibilities just vanish. That, my friend, is not your imagination. It's the modern workplace where nobody says anything directly but everything happens silently. Welcome to the silent war of the modern workplace. Quiet quitting versus quiet firing. This is real. This is happening. And if you're working in 2025, chances are you've already experienced it or will soon. According to a 2024 Gallup poll, only 23% employees feel genuinely engaged at work. That means over 3 out of 4 people are mentally checked out or being quietly phased out. So, in this video, we will talk about what these silent career killers really are, how to know if it's happening to you, what to do before it ruins your career. Okay, let's start with quiet quitting. What does it really mean? First off, no, it doesn't mean you have sent in your resignation letter secretly. It means you're showing up, doing the job, but only barely. Emotionally, you have logged off. You probably didn't start like this. You were excited once. Maybe even stayed late to prove yourself, gave feedback, raised your hand, went above and beyond. But then, no appreciation, no growth, no respect, just more work dumped on your plate.
Okay, just come here. Can you quickly look into this?
You didn't quit your job. You just stopped caring. You started protecting your peace. And that's what quiet quitting is. Doing your job but not letting it consume you. Not saying yes to every little thing. Not pretending work is your entire personality. There is a bounded boundary. But it's also a warning sign. Now, flip the coin and let's understand another side of same coin. Quiet firing. Quiet firing is when your company doesn't fire you, but they kind of hope you will quit yourself. It's like being ghosted by your own boss. You stopped getting new projects, people stopped replying to your ideas, not getting feedbacks, no recognition, no meetings. Suddenly you're invisible. You feel like a stranger at your own job. And the worst part is, it's all technically within the policy. No one's doing anything wrong, but you're slowly being erased, role wise, mentally, and emotionally. And while there's no official data on how many employees feel this way, industry insiders say this is one of the top unspoken reasons people leave their jobs not because they hated the work, but because they were quietly pushed to their edge. And you know it's happening when your role shrinks but expectations stay the same. Promotions go to others without explanation. You stop hearing anything from leadership, and your manager says things like, let's touch base next quarter for the 5th time. It's not a firing, it's a slow exit strategy without the damn paperwork. Let's pause and ask why all of this is happening now. Post pandemic work culture changed. But how? Let me tell you. We are more isolated, more anxious, and in many cases just surviving. Hybrid setups, remote work, unclear communication, all of that leads to a big disconnect between employees and companies. After the rise of AI tools and automation in 2023 and 2024, companies started trimming down non-critical roles. Instead of firing 20 people and making headlines, they began ghosting employees into quitting. And you know what? Quiet firing was the easiest way out, and that's how this became a trend in corporate sector. At the same time, burnout employees started pulling up walls, saying no to overtime, no to extra effort, no more chasing to promotions. In short, companies got colder, employees got quieter, and no one was even talking about it. And now we can spot the signs between these two. Let's move to our fourth part. Okay, grab a pen or just answer in your head and be honest. Do you find yourself watching the clock tick tock at 5 pm like it's a hostage situation? Are you doing just what's required at work and nothing extra? Do you avoid eye contact in Zoom meetings? If yes, you're probably quite quitting. Sometimes it's not you who's stepping back. Sometimes it's the company that pulls away first, quietly, subtly, and without saying a word. You are still showing up, still hitting deadlines, but suddenly the energy has shifted. And that brings us to the other side of the story, quietly fired. Ask yourself these questions that I'm going to ask you and write down your answers below in the comment section. Have your responsibilities dropped without explanation? Have you stopped receiving any career feedback, mentorship, or raises? Do you feel invisible even though you are still showing up? If your answer is yes, you're probably being quietly fired. But why it's dangerous? Let's get practical for a second. You may think they're just busy and that's why they're ignoring me. But here's the thing, quiet quitting and firing are slow burns. They don't destroy your job overnight. They eat away your reputation, motivation, and skills. And worst of all, when it's finally time for big projects or promotions, you're not even considered because you're already forgotten. And remember one thing, in corporate life, silence doesn't mean you are safe. It usually means you're being managed. Okay, have a deep breath. This isn't just a doom hole. You can take control. Let's break it into two cases. Suppose if you are quite quitting, ask yourself why. Is it burnout, lack of recognition, or toxic boss? Have the talk. Yes, it's scary but necessary. You can say something like this.
I have been feeling a bit disconnected. Can we talk about how can I grow in this role again?
Re-engage on your own terms. Volunteer for a project that you choose. Show initiative where it aligns with your strengths. And last, skill up. Even if you're mentally out, use this time to upskill yourself. Learn trending in-demand skills in your niche and do micro projects. And you can also consider free courses to boost your resume. I have covered these topics in detail in my previous video. If you want, you can check them out too. I'll leave the links in the description box below. And also, please prioritize your mental health. It's equally important. But what to do if you're being quietly fired? Document everything, dates, emails, skipped meetings, vague feedback. Keep a record. Get direct, but calmly. You can say something like this.
I've noticed I'm not being looped into key projects lately. Is there something I should be aware of?
Look around, not just outside. Sometimes a lateral move within the company saves your job. Probably your HR can help. Who knows? Lastly, update your resume and network silently. Even if you're not leaving tomorrow, prepare like you might. There comes a point when fixing it isn't worth it. And it's important to decide when to walk away because if you don't, they might ruin your career. If the silence gets louder, if you're dreading Monday, not because of work, but because of people, if growth is no longer possible, it's okay to leave. There's no badge for sticking around a place that stopped seeing your value. Companies restructure, people evolve, and your career doesn't end with one toxic team. You can always restart, but this time do much stronger, much clearer, and unapologetically focused on what you deserve. We have finally come to the end, and if you have stayed with me this far, it's probably because you have felt this too. The slow fade, the silence, the second guessing. Quiet quitting and quiet firing aren't just trends, they are signs that something's off, that communication has broken, that growth has paused. But here's the good news, you're not stuck. The very fact that you're watching this video means you're already one step ahead of most people who are silently drifting in their jobs. Now you know how to spot it, now you know how to speak up, now you know how to walk with purpose. So tell me in the comments, have you ever seen quiet quitting or quiet firing in your workplace? And most importantly, what's your next move? That's all for today. I hope so you enjoyed this lesson as much as I enjoyed shooting it for you. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you're regularly notified whenever the new video is live, and make sure to follow your interview coach Diksha Arora for more such content. Bye-bye, good luck, take care, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.